Hey guys, it's Ricky. So today's video is going to be about the E92 M3 I just bought, as well as my 2012 R35 GTR. Hey guys, so we're going to go take the R35 for a spin real quick. We're just going to do a little bit of a review and tell you guys my opinion on what I think about my GTR R35. And again, this is just my opinion, so if you guys have your own, feel free to share down in the comments. But let's go ahead and take it for a spin. Alright, so I put the windows down and I forgot to just lock the car, so now the windows are ruined pretty much. I'm just going to start talking about when I bought the car. So I bought the car 2016, I believe it was March 24th. And obviously, I mean, it was a big day for me because, it's been my goal for a really long time to be able to afford this car. So, thanks to God and thanks to, my hard work at age 21 is when I actually bought the car. I was able to find a good enough deal, flew to San Francisco, and then I picked up the car over there. I was very picky. I was looking at, around for about a year until I finally purchased the car. And the reason it took so long is because I was very, patient and very just determined to find the car at the price range that I wanted to buy it at, to ensure that, my loss would be minimal. If not, I could actually make a little bit of a profit. And that's the whole thing, the whole idea of why I wanted to buy the car and why I thought it was going to be a good investment. I'm going to go for a spin over here. So yeah, right away as I, test drove the car, I never drove an R35 or a GTR whatsoever. I've always seen them in the streets. I've always, I fell in love with them originally when they came out in the Fast and the Furious movies, and that's why you guys see those stickers like for Paul and why I got it this specific color. And it was I don't want to say it was just for him, but he is the initial reason that, or the reason why I fell in love with the car, because of, the movie and all it stood for, and just the excitement that comes with, like the street races and stuff like that. Although I don't do that at all with this car, I rarely even drive this car. It was more of an accomplishment and more of like, a car. I was daily driving it for about like my first 3 months, and then that's when I bought daily drivers and I started switching it back and forth with that itself. Overall, this car is ridiculously like fast. I was surprised how fast it actually was. I did not expect, I was actually having nightmares on me crashing the car and expecting the worst when it came to, just daily driving the car. I launch it and then all of a sudden, I crash. I was able to, properly learn a little bit more about the car, how to launch it, how to drive it, what it can, what it can't do. And it's an expensive car, and for myself, I didn't feel comfortable, putting it on the track. That's essentially why, I drive it the way I do. I'm not one to beat the crap out of it. I really respect the car, and I tend to know the limit itself. I'm gonna put it in the paddle shifters, and then we'll go. Yeah, so obviously the turbos are one of the biggest things with this car. By far the fastest accelerating car I've ever owned. It's just a whole different feeling. It's so quick. It's a dual clutch transmission. I really don't know too much about the mechanics of the car. All I know are pretty much the basics and what I should and should not be doing with the car itself. But overall, just such a fast car. I'm so excited. I was so excited, owning the car. I am gonna, first I'm gonna talk about 3 things that I love about the car, and then 3 things that I don't want to say that I hate about the car, but things that I wish weren't present when it came to owning this car. All right, let's start off with, the bad ones, and then we'll end it on a good note. So, there we go. All right, so that being one of the first ones. The car is super clunky. I really dislike how stiff and how clunky the transmission is. I originally thought the transmission was giving me problems. I took it to the Nissan dealership. They told me no, it actually says in the manual that the car is naturally clunky. So that's the first thing, and it's actually one of the most common things that people say about the GTR, of how clunky and how noisy it is. And yeah, I just really don't like, you know, paying so much for an expensive car and then right away having these type of issues. Second, I ran into a battery issue when it came to owning this car. It would struggle to turn on if you wouldn't drive it, and I would drive it maybe once a week, and you know, a normal car doesn't have those issues. I don't know exactly why it has those issues, but I noticed it right away. It kind of struggled to turn on. I replaced the battery. That fixed the problem a little bit, or fixed the issue, but still, you know, if I don't drive it for about 2 weeks, this car itself tends to die on, or tends to struggle to kind of turn on. It sounds like, you know, it almost has a dead battery. And I've just noticed that, you know, a lot of supercars have those issues just because they do sit around for a long time. And then the third one, I don't say this is what I don't like about it. I wouldn't say this is a reason or something. It's just not a lot of girls know what this car is. They kind of just reference it as a Nissan, which, you know, it is. And they're like, okay, what's the big deal about it? My buddy has a 5.0 Mustang, the 2016, and he actually got more attention from girls than I did in this car. And that was just mind-blowing. Guys, this is a total fanboy car. It is ridiculous, you know, how many guys know what this car is, what it can do, and, you know, you can kind of, you know, have your own family with that itself. But if your plan is to pick up as many girls as you want, or can, with a specific car, I'm telling you the R35 GTR is not one. It is definitely not something that picks up girls. My girlfriend didn't initially know what this car was, and you know, picking up girls wasn't ever something that I had in mind, but it's just always something that, you know, that you're like, okay, I own a supercar, I wonder what they're gonna think, I wonder if they're gonna think that's attractive. Don't even know what the car is. I actually think it's a Nissan, maybe a Nissan Altima. And then when I pull on the car, they probably think I'm just a racer, or something along those lines. But, you know, those are three things, not huge things. Again, the biggest one, the noises. So now we're going to talk about the three things that I love about the car. First of all, my favorite thing has to be the acceleration. This car is so quick, and I hope that I can do a little clip for you. If you have not seen my GTR launch video, that one got pretty popular. It has about 30,000 views. It's a launch video of the reaction of my family and some of my friends, and it's just so quick. The launch, when you put it in launch mode, just completely rips it, and that's initially why I bought the car. I bought the car because it is a performance car, not again for the looks. But you know, it comes with the territory. I was kind of hoping that, you know, with the money that I was spending with the car, or spent on the car, that it would kind of, you know, get a little bit more attention. And again, but the car is by far faster than I've ever, it's the fastest car I've ever been in. And I've been in quite a bit of supercars, and, you know, I love the car. My buddies all have, you know, GTRs and different stages. And these things, you know, the more you modify them, the faster they get, but also the more problems they can encounter, you know, with O2 sensors is what I encountered when I put downpipes, and then you have to tune the car. So it does get a little bit expensive. Second thing that I love about the car has to be the looks. I personally love the way this car looks. I love the taillights, and I love the aesthetics of the car, and kind of like, when I see it driving, I just fell in love with it. I love the color. I love everything about this model itself. I love the new ones, how they have, like, you know, the LED lighting, the lightning front LEDs. But again, I love this car. And the third thing that I love about this car, this is probably the most beneficial, and not a lot of people would think about this, but the amount of doors this car has open because of owning it, and how people respect me a little bit more as an entrepreneur and as an investor, a successful investor, like is what they can refer me as, because of me owning the car. You know, I wouldn't say that is the case. I would say mainly me owning this car has been, you know, just realistically saving money, to the point where when I was 14 till 21, I saved enough money that I was able to buy this car outright. And that's really just it, because of all the doors all of my hard work of putting into, like, you know, saving as much as I could to buy this car. has now blessed me with so many more new opportunities of being able to, you know, network and kind of just join different groups and different individuals and different friends. It's just so amazing what cars can do. And if you guys know, like Salamandra, he's got that group called CUPting, and it stands for Cars Unite People, and that's really it. There's no, you know, better way of phrasing it. That's really it. I mean, cars really do unite people. Yes, they are those stereotypical like douchebags when it comes to owning their supercars. Me and my friends and the people that we hang out with, we love being able to, you know, network with one another. We're young individuals that don't think we're better than anyone else, and you know, we really think success starts with, you know, being able to expose yourself to new opportunity and new ideas, and that always does not come from the wealthiest, you know, individuals. It tends to actually come from, you know, just everyday people like you and me, and that's one of the things that I love about this car. It's opened so many doors, and I've been so blessed to be able to buy this car, and you know, I can't thank anyone enough for this car itself. I am sad to see it go, but you know, I've had fun with it, and now it's kind of just putting, you know, my money into a little bit to something that will appreciate a little bit more in the long run. But I truly do love this car and everything that it can do. So hopefully you guys enjoy the clips. If I ended up getting a launch clip later on, I'm going to put a link in it, or not a link, but provide you with a clip. If not, then thank you guys again. If you guys want to learn a little bit more about what I do, the link is going to be down below, and I hope I can help you guys out, and I hope I don't discourage any of you guys. Pretty much my group is designed to help, you know, like-minded individuals. It is a free group that you can join, and you know, it kind of just, you know, you have your normal friends, and then you have your investors, or just the friends that are a little bit more like-minded when it comes to wanting to be successful. And it's something that's helped me succeed in different markets, and we mainly focus in you know, penny stocks, which is what we do Monday through Friday, but you know, we're open to all different, you know, markets, such as real estate, as you know, that's something that I've been getting into, as well as, you know, just inventions, or being able to network with one another. So go ahead and send me an email, contact me, and then I'll go ahead and add you guys to the group me, where we can pretty much just talk to one another. So hopefully you guys have a great day, and hopefully you guys enjoyed that video. You guys can like and subscribe, as we would greatly appreciate it. Thank you again, and take care.
What they want, what they want, what they want. Dollar signs, yeah, I know it's what they want.